Whether God is preparing to bring about the end and call his faithful to him as described in Revelation is known only to God. Are we now in a countdown to Armageddon? Perhaps the best prediction of God's timing for the end of our world is to be found in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36.
No one, not the angels in heaven, not the Son himself, but only the Father knows the time. If you take that literally, then what you have to do is stop speculating and just live faithfully as best you can.
The book of Revelation in the New Testament predicts that God will foreshadow the end of the world with great and terrifying natural phenomena that threaten life on our planet. Scientists today confirm that global warming is now melting polar ice.
We might expect to see wholesale melting of the Greenland ice cap, which is really suffering now, and widespread melting in Antarctica. And then you're talking about 20, 30 feet of sea level rise. And that's sufficient to flood every major coastal city.
Medical authorities predict a major pandemic is waiting to spread disease and death across the world.
Could a major epidemic of influenza happen again? Of course it could. Would the effect be devastating worldwide? Of course it would.
And our very existence is threatened by a terror from the stars over which we have almost no control.
It's not a question of if. We will get hit by a huge asteroid. It's only a question of when.
Today, many Christians seem obsessed with imagining the end of time and predicting the timing of Christ's return. But Jesus himself discouraged such speculation. When asked by his disciples in the Gospel of Matthew when he would return, Jesus said, "No one knows about the day or hour, not even the angels in heaven, not the Son, but only the Father." Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. Yet no sooner had Christ left their presence than Christians began to yield to the temptation of setting a date for his return.
Our generation has more reason to believe that Christ could come in our lifetime than any generation before us. We have all the signs that are necessary to be fulfilled. Now, that doesn't guarantee he's going to come in our lifetime, but it sure guarantees that everybody should get ready so that they're not going to be left behind.
Today's society is filled with what some see as proof that the end is near. Books, movies, songs, videos, magazines, and simple rumor all prod our deepest fears and bombard our senses with scenarios for the end of time, the arrival of Armageddon. For the believer, evidence of the decline of the world is everywhere. In the rubble of 9/11, many saw the work of the devil's disciple, the Antichrist. Many say that increasing crime, constant warfare, continued nuclear and terrorist threats, and society's moral decay are all evidence that Christ must soon return.
We don't know the day nor the hour that Christ is coming back, but we do know when it's very near. And Jesus said, when you see these signs, lift up your heads and rejoice, because your redemption draweth nigh.